Alright guys, I'm a little confused. I've got the bike under my house and I took the side plate off on the flywheel side, and here's where the gear shifter is supposed to be, and this is where your sprocket goes on. Well, the guy said that it didn't shift. Said that it wouldn't go into, it was stuck in 6th gear. But I took, since it's already pretty well screwed up, I took a pair of vice clamps, hooked onto it, and after clicking this, wiggling it, and then going like this, I have got it into neutral. I don't know, there's like a star gear looking thing on the other side that's supposed to tell when it's in neutral, when it's out of neutral. I don't know if that's something, for something up with that. I'll have to, with it in neutral right now, I'll have to take the other side off and see where that star gear looking thing, the term that like it clicks into gear. I have to see what that says, and if it says it's in neutral, then I don't think there's nothing wrong with this. But if it's in a different gear, I can maybe take that piece loose and then adjust it and then slide it back on. And since this is in neutral, take the piece off, slide it into the neutral position, and then put it back on to, I guess, line up this to that, kind of like you would a timing chain. But right now, I mean, you can see the bike is in neutral, and if I take this piece, see, I might have closed it too much. See if it'll bite. Yeah. I can wiggle this, and then it will not move. I might be up too high. Let me bring it back up here. Let it bite. Come on. Okay. And it's back in neutral. So this piece works. Everything works inside of it. I think there's just a problem with this other side. I think the person that took it off didn't really know what he was doing. It started acting up, and he thought that the piece was broke. I honestly think that I scored. I don't think it's broke. I honestly don't. I don't think there's a thing wrong with it. I didn't have a shift lever, and I was told not to use this. But I figured all it's got to do is get those back splines, is all that gear shift has to touch to where it'll make a good connection. So I bit onto this front piece instead of these back gears. I had it hooked to here, and it works. I might as well, since I've got the plastics and all that stuff off, I beefed up this spring. It was right about here, and I lowered it down to put more tension on the spring. And you know, I'm really excited now. I don't think there's much wrong with this. I was thinking I was going to have to pull the case apart, and that would have been like $60, $70 for a puller, for a cheap puller. But now I don't think I'm going to have to. I honestly don't. But since all this is apart and it's still kind of grimy dirty, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to clean it. I took all this stuff off I think it's the ECU, I believe what it is, or the ECM or something like that. And this is your coil, which it needs kind of dirty. But I'm just going to clean it off and put it back together. I'm pretty sure once I get the gear for the kickstart and a shifter, I think I'm good. I think that there was a problem with the clutch. I believe that's why, because he said it was in 6th gear and it gave out, tire locked up, and it stopped. I think the clutch just, something happened to the clutch. Good news.